Hello, my name is JC Sun, and today I'm going to talk about the influences on children's personality, including parents, culture, and the environment. From the moment a child is born, it is the child's parents that has the most impact on the child. Whatever parents say, do, or how parents treat their children is what influences the personality of the child when he or she grows up. Parents will teach their children relationship skills, form mental processes, and tell their children values and culture that the parents believe in. In general, there are 4 types of parenting styles: authoritative, authoritarian, neglectful, and permissive. Authoritative is a very democratic style of parenting. The parents are supportive, attentive, forgiving, though still having a set of rules for their children. Surveys have shown that adolescents from authoritative families apply the most adaptive achievement strategies characterized by low levels of failure expectations, test irrelevant behavior and passivity, and the use of self-enhancing attributions. Authoritarian is the most strict parenting style, in which parents from many Asian cultures follow. It involves high expectations from parents and little communication between the child and the parent. This might lead to the child being afraid of their parents or even having an oppressive attitude toward life in general. Neglectful parents have little interactions with their children and are not very involved in their children's lives. Those children might become less competent socially in the future. Last but not least, permissive parenting allows the child to have freedom, and the child is able to do whatever he or she wants. At the same time, parents are still warm and have the child's back, so the child is very confident when dealing with situations and is able to develop creativity and imagination. Parenting styles can be more specific, and oftentimes parents use a combination of several parenting styles because the father can be very strict while the mother can be very moderate, or vice versa. The acts of parents have a huge impact on a child's life because that's what the child experiences every single day. Some children will do what their parents do because they are used to it. Some daily life habits such as being clean, organized, drinking or smoking, and effective learning habits can all be adapted by their children. The way parents deal with conflicts or the attitude toward life in general will lead to their child being optimistic or permissive. For example, if the parent is very aggressive when dealing with certain situations, the child might think that it is okay to do so. In the society we live in now, many parents really spoil their children, while some still leave them to be independent. This really changes a person's personality by whether if they are self-centered or if they are able to cooperate with others and being adaptive to the world. Recent studies have shown that the time spent by the parents with their children is very important in the children's mental development. However, the amount of time spent with children went down by 10 hours in the years 1960 to 1986. Fewer times for children to experience family interactions can lead to several different results. First of all, the child might not be able to experience the warmth and love from their mother and father. Therefore, the children might not want to discuss with their parents when dealing with issues growing up. As you might already know, divorce or even fightings between parents can leave a bad impression of marriage for the child, and therefore the child might lack self-confidence when they reach the age of dating. Being supportive of a child's ideas and interests can also strengthen his or her self-confidence. Negative and violent actions done by the parents have long-lasting and severe impact on the children. Some authoritarian parents have a tendency to punish their child physically, such as calling off names, speaking harshly, or shaking a child. Some of those actions might seem little to a parent, but might make a deep effect on the child's mental development. This can create terror, panic, and lack of self-esteem that may stuck in the child's deep heart for their whole life. For a child who suffers from abuses, it is more than just pain. Even if a child's reaction is not obvious, it certainly made an impact in his deep heart, and the child has a high risk of being violent in his or her later life. Lastly, I'm going to talk about how culture has an influence on children's personality. In countries such as India and the Middle East, females are naturally inferior than male, and therefore those girls might lack of a self-confidence. From the long history, some countries suffered from great war fires, and the citizens might be taught when they were little to hate their enemies. Also, in some countries, the current status forced the people to be competitive at all times. Religion definitely play a role in determining one's personality. The rules and regulations would help maintain good behaviors of people, while some strict rules and beliefs may leave a sense of burden on the people. Here are some interesting facts about children's personality. First of all, as a child is developing, his or her personality will be constantly changing due to the environment changes, current issues, or some family changes. They cannot be stereotyped or summed up by only one personality type because every child has many sides in which they apply it to different people as they grow up. You cannot underestimate about how much they can learn about the world. For example, when parents are talking about one current issue and they don't think the child understands, but as the child listens to the parents, they can actually learn a lot. Although there are still debates about whether genetics or environment plays a greater role in developing a child's personality, I believe that the culture and parents definitely take a part.